rather hilarious thing in terms of the background is Wargaming has made a campaign to try to get players back, and I'm not sure if they really thought out the title or like the URL of their website, because I feel like the website probably says a bit more than they wanted to say. For those that haven't seen it, the promo that they've released, campaign VB0107 Wales. So if you ever wondered what does the company feel of the old players, what is their opinion of the old players, well, there's a pretty comprehensive summation of what they think about you. Wales. Keep fighting, your ships await you. So yeah, Wargame is giving a free tier 9, a free tier 5, and 1,500 steel to players who have been inactive for some time. Yeah, I read that, and that's literally the name of the promo, I think. Other news, you remember that guy Terry? Terry was kicked from the CC program. I think that was the guy who made a vid where he summed up all the games that the community managers, or all the games that the devs at Wargaming had played, like all the random battles that they had played. He counted them, and over the last year, Wargaming had all their developers combined had played something like 200-300 games, all of them combined, over half a year. So he kind of basically showed that Wargaming literally doesn't play their own game. So they booted him from the program. And yesterday, Wargaming CIS, aka the Russian server, they posted a bonus code that is called Volaksu Fuck You Turi. I mean, I guess it could be a coincidence, I'm sure. I guess it could be a coincidence. It just happened to type out all those letters. But Radio Boys, thank you for the phone. Yeah, I'm sure that could be a coincidence, but yeah, that's a coincidence and a half for sure. Because those guys are extremely vindictive, and I've read some of the opinions they have on the players, and this honestly this doesn't really surprise me. It's yeah, I mean, I guess it could be a coincidence. It can be excused as a coincidence, but eh, eh, eh. Can we watch the vid too? I haven't actually seen his vid. What is the vid? Is that the... Oh, it's a 4-hour vid. No, we're not gonna watch it. But I assume it covers all the games and everything like regarding it. So yeah, Mr. One Penguin, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. So yeah, he was removed from the program because of that, and well, as far as I understood, that was one of the main reasons. I mean, at this point, what Wargaming says people are removed for and what they're actually removed for doesn't necessarily match up. I remember that I got removed. One of the principal reasons that I was removed was stat shaming, something that isn't exactly new. Like, I've looked at players' stats since I started playing 5 years ago, and I kept doing it for 5 years straight. I was doing it when they recruited me to the CC program. I kept doing it for 3 years of the CC program. But then when I made some tweets regarding Deadeye and some suspicion regarding the commander rework, that it was just a way to increase the costs exponentially for the player base and basically screw the players over, that's when they suddenly decided that me looking at the stats was just too much for the CC program and I had to be removed. So Wargaming's reasons for removal don't always really match up with the reality. So seems like you were right then. Yeah, I mean, that's literally that's exactly what happened. The Zero Fox, thank you, my dude, Mr. Penguin, still stand. That's exactly what happened. Was, of course, the Commander rework came and went, and people are running basically the same builds as before. Even the secondaries have basically been reverted to what they were before. The only difference is that everything costs 21 points instead of 19 points, and for some reason the XP cost jumps from like 300k to 700k XP for the final skill point. So I mean, I was basically right on the money, and I guess they didn't really like that. Can you increase the voice and volume? I can move the mic a bit closer, it's pretty far. The scaling is all wrong. Yeah, I mean... yeah. Let's see. There was this picture, does anyone have it? That picture, I think I shared it on my Twitter at some point, that says like, what is this lol? And it was the commander's skill point scaling. You guys remember that picture? I think I shared it at some point. It was a while ago, yeah. And they really didn't like those tweets. They really didn't like those tweets because it really called out just how complete bullshit. If someone can find that picture, I can show the port. I can show the PTS port. This is the new upcoming one. If someone can find that picture, I can show that. Yeah, I don't know where it is. Need to find the picture. Yeah, if you can find that. I got 3 surveys yesterday and I feel about World of Warships. Because feedback matters to them. Right, this is the new port though on PTS. I like the animated PC. I mean, art department, once again. This is a pretty cool port for sure. Oh, you can even see the moon outside. In ships we trust. Debate. X for down. Was it the 390? Where the hell do you get one of those? Hello? That's pretty unrealistic, having a 3090. Or even 3080. What is the blueprint? That's pretty cool. Indeed. But yeah, I mean, art department once again. Art department once again being very, very impressive. Very, very impressive. RGB mousepad. I have an RGB mousepad as well. Mostly because a company sent it to me as a sponsor thing. I'd probably never buy it myself. But now that I have it, it is pretty cool to have. I'm enough of a nerd to enjoy it. I'm enough of a nerd to enjoy it. Right, let's see. Take 3. Still one monitor though. Yeah, I would that I would never deal with. One monitor is a bit too little. Hello? Okay, so first of all, Tulsa. Rochester we've already shown, but Tulsa. Tulsa is actually quite interesting. Let's see. This thing had 9 km radar, I think. Because the concealment you can get on this thing is 9.5, which is pretty insane. 5.5 second reload. These are Des Moines guns. 3x2, aka 6 guns. Des Moines guns. 42.7k health. I'm interested to see what the armor looks like. If it gets 30mm upper belt and deck armor, it's going to be really nutty. 33 knots. Damage control, defensive. This thing has basically as good AA as the Des Moines. We can switch port, absolutely. Actually, you're right. Let's switch port first. This port is nice and all, but for actually seeing ships, I think Fjord is by far my favorite port. It's by far the best looking one. This thing just is art department flexing this port. It looks amazing in my opinion. Another premium American ship? Yep. Let's see, preview ship. These guns are gonna have issues shooting straight forward, aren't they? They're absolutely gonna have issues shooting straight forward. To a certain range, for sure. What's the bet? Bet it's a carbon copy of the Des Moines with just one turret? I'd say it's pretty... Actually, well, this is not Des Moines, right? Does Des Moines have this thing? I think it might be more Baltimore or even Oregon-esque. It does have that? Interesting. DM is thicker? I think it's Oregon. I think it's Oregon. Was there a description on it? A heavy cruiser is similar to Oregon City class, but armed with 6 203mm automatic main battery guns. Automatic main battery guns, yeah. Oregon. Interesting. Let's see. Armor. 27, 27. So it gets 27 across the board, which at tier 9 is actually really good. 30 would have, of course, been even stronger, but honestly, I'm glad it didn't get 30. 27, though, is really strong, considering how many 380s you're going to be facing when you play tier 9. If 380s can't overmatch this, so you can bounce it. It's tier 9, yeah. 380s is this day and age. Fair. I mean, they keep power creeping armor hard. Getting up tiered would hurt, but I mean, it hurts for everyone getting up tiered. Honestly, tier 10, there's so many 457s, and that 30mm doesn't even do anything, so it doesn't matter if you have 30 or 27. Is this... This looks like Buffalo Citadel, doesn't it? Kind of looks like Buffalo Citadel, doesn't it? Yeah. Very much Buffalo Citadel. In fact, although I think it's lower. Buffalo sits very high in the water, very easy Citadel. But I'm pretty sure that thing sits lower. Pretty close. Maybe a bit lower? 152 plating. Yeah, it sits lower for sure. It sits lower than Baltic. Defo lower than Buffalo, sorry. This thing is gonna be so strong, I feel. 9.5 conceal, 42k health, fast reloading guns, radar. Does it heal? I mean, this thing I think is gonna be really nutty. It was calculated that this thing is 181k HE DPM. Which is honestly really strong. 181k HE DPM. And of course really strong AP as well. I mean, Hindenburg is 184. It has better pen, sure, but Zhao has 179. Ships like Goliath have 150k, so this one has 180. I mean, it's literally 2/3 of DM at DPM. You're going to be forced to slot range on it though, because the base range is 14.9, which is super junk. But I mean, that's not going to be a problem, is it? You're still going to have really good. It's also going to be blessed with tier 9 matchmaking. Yeah, tier 9 matchmaking is basically the best matchmaking right now. You get to be top tier really often. There's basically no CVs. And with 27mm plating, you'd much rather be tier 9. Like, Jesus, running into this thing in the tier 7 is gonna suck. Shit, just running into this thing in something like a Neptune is gonna suck. But yeah, this thing seems super strong. Found the Commander XP graph. Oh shit, there it is. Yeah, this, I remember this thing, the dudes at Wargaming were really mad when I posted this on my Twitter. They complained about offensive tweets. Commander XP scaling until 19 points, and then we have Commander rework. That's an interesting scale for sure. That's an interesting scale for sure. Instead of being like 360k, 370k, it's 500. And then instead of being about 400k, it's 700k. Like, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So yeah. But I mean, if we don't call out Wargaming on their bullshit, who's gonna call them out on their bullshit? But yeah, the Tulsa seems really interesting. Tulsa seems really strong. I feel like it looks pretty power creep though. Ruthless, thank you for the 26. I feel like it looks really power creep though. Like, who the hell competes with that thing from the American branch? No one? Alaska at best, and Alaska is literally broken. And I mean, even Alaska can probably be burned to death by the Tulsa now. Tier 9, Tier 10 power creep is insane. Yeah, it really is. Like, Buffalo has nothing to do on that thing. Because that thing can go nose in and still retain the majority of its DPM. Buffalo has to give broadside, and with that huge sit, good luck. Anyway, that thing. Tulsa looks really strong. Tulsa looks really strong. We saw that the AA values were posted. Let's see. AA values were posted, and it has the same flak as Des Moines. It has a bit less mid range. Des Moines is like 400 mid range, but I think it has better long and better short range. So, and more importantly, the concealment is really good, and detectability after firing main guns in smoke, 6.8 kilometers. How smoked up Tulsa is gonna be insane. Heavy cruiser with autoloaders, 6.8 firing conceal, smoke firing conceal. It's actually insane. 9.3 conceal full build? Really? I thought it was 9.5. Let's see, surface 12.1. 12.1. Oh shit, it's 12.1. Why did I think it was 12.5? 12.1. No, that's 9.5. 9.5 conceal. Not 9.28. But yeah, this thing with any smoke ship is oof. Oh, 1206 instead of 1209. Then it becomes still 9.5 though, with full build. Still, air detectability is also really good. 7.2 without modules? This thing is gonna be so stealthy. And it still has radar, autoloaders, 42.7k health, heal. Like, Jesus, running into this thing at 9.5 in another cruiser, this thing is gonna dumpster you. Like, what are you gonna do against that? Really good tier 10 DPM and improved pen angles and Des Moines AP. Like, hello? Still, it gets more HP than Zao. everyone gets more HP than Zao. This thing has better nose armor than Zao as well. This thing has better Citadel armor than Zao. It has better AA than Zao. It has better conceal than Zao, and it has better DPM than Zao. So, I mean, why are we still comparing ships to Zhao? Zhao is dead and buried, buddy. But there, Zhao is in a fine state. Wargaming told us. Zhao is in a fine state. Compared to Rochester? Rochester? Oh, this was the smoke ship. That was that already power creeps anchorage, right? 11.5. Dude, the amount of American premiums we're getting in this game. We got Kearsarge and stuff coming as well. Same Oregon Citadel, much lower than Buffalo. This thing power creeps anchorage so hard, though. But still, American cruisers don't really fit the whole smoke thing. Like, it doesn't really work for them. Radar is just more effective. Anchorage just torps, though. Yeah, this thing doesn't have radar, but there's smoke. American smoke. 5 chem hydro defensive. More health than Zhao at tier 15.9 chem range. And then we have the Gibraltar. Gibraltar. This was the really weird. This was the unholy child of Minotaur and Goliath. It only shoots AP with improved pen angles, but it has 234mm guns and a short fuse as well. So it's literally 59.4k health, 1.5 Zhao's, 16.9 range, a bit more than Zhao. Okay, I need to stop doing that. Poor Zhao, man. Really beating up a dead horse. Normal heal, not super heal like Minotaur. Mino angles, but no short fuse. Are you sure? I think I read it has short fuse. Was already data mined that it's regular cruiser fuse. Oh? I think they said in a dev blog that that's short, but I mean, dev blogs are dev blogs. 3 smokes. Interesting. Look at the guns, though. Hello? What in God's name? That's a 5 head, alright. That's 3 quads. It's as boxy as you can be. The hull is boxy, the superstructure is boxy, the turrets are boxy. I want it now. 40k x 1.5 is 60k, not 50. This thing has 59.4. Hello? It looks like straight up Goliath hull. 25mm nose. 40, 30. Yeah, this is Goliath hull. Straight up Goliath hull. Wait, there's no spaced... Hello? Wait, it's not Goliath hull. Where's the spaced armor? Okay, that's a pretty big difference. Hello? That's a really big difference. There's no spaced armor. Goliath has a huge gap between the citadel and the outer hull. It really is an unholy combination of the Minotaur and Goliath. That's a significant change. Goliath has that huge gap. I mean, AP bombers might also love this because this thing is huge. Doesn't get super heal either. No, it doesn't have super heal. I just mentioned it when I went through it. It's a normal repair party. But I mean, bro, look. Look at Goliath Citadel in comparison. You see? That's the Citadel on the Goliath. Huge spaced armor. And 203 and then 25. Huge spaced armor gap. On the Gibraltar, it's one big citadel. So that's very much a very different ship. Might it even be wider than Goliath? It looks pretty thick, doesn't it? It looks pretty thick, doesn't it? Like, look at the size here. Oh yeah, oh my god, it's so much wider than the Goliath. It's literally a whole, it's extra thick Goliath. Jesus, it's wide. It's extra thick Goliath. Good lord, it's thick compared to the Goliath. That thing is huge then. Holy shit. That thing is huge. Absolutely chunky. Chunky boat. Like, normal Goliath goes like this. This thing is a bathtub. Holy shit, this thing is actually a bathtub in shape. A bathtub full of thick. That's a chunky boy for sure. It needs a big forehead to figure out what you're gonna do with all this chunkiness. Ass as flat as ever? Yep, really flat ass. Let's see, where do I have... new ships, here we go, Gibraltar. See, in the original devlog they mentioned... See, I knew I didn't misremember. The ship is equipped only with AP shells with improved ricochet angles and low fuse delay. But I guess they removed the low fuse delay? Because I remember that. I was like, what do you mean it doesn't have short fuses? Hit 41. 6 flak. Speed 32. Surface detect 14.6. Detectability 9.5 and smoke. Interesting. Dun, dun. I don't think the data might be incorrect. The data might not be updated. They say low, not short. Yeah, but I would assume... I doubt they would mention it specifically if they weren't intending to shorten the fuse. That was one of the reasons why I was quite interested, because 234mm guns are below the 10% threshold. Basically, if your guns are above 280mm and you shoot the DD with AP, you only get 10% full pens, 10% of your full pen damage. But 234 are below that threshold, and if you have short fuse and improved ricochet angles, then you can probably smash, like, you could probably smash DDs for like 10-15k AP with this ship, which is what I found pretty interesting. I knew, I've read this devlog in the past. I just highlighted that I wasn't misremembering. With minor AP angles, right? Yeah. But this thing is huge though. This is a chunky boy. There has been a miscommunication about the pronunciation of Gibraltar. I pronounce it as I read it. That's the Finnish way. If there's a letter there, it's pronounced. That's it. Bearn. Feel the burn. This is a Normandy hull. Normandy does 28 knots. Interesting. What's the description on it? The first aircraft carrier of the French Navy, which was converted from an unfinished Normandy-class battleship. She had a power plant combining turbines and steam machines, unique for her ship type. I can tell. Bombers, maximum bomb damage 11k. Hello? 11k? Isn't that quite a bit? Am I missing something? Was this the one with the really Pepega fighters? I think this one was with the really Pepega fighters. At tier 6. Bombers that hit for 6.3 and skip bombers. Bombs in payload 1. Aircraft per squadron 8. Size of attacking flight 2. So you can attack 4 times. Because basically no one has AA at tier 6 anyway. No rockets, no torps. Interesting. So that's AP bombs. Oh, AP bombs and HE skip bombs. That's a pretty good armament to have. This is the really weird patrol fighters. Okay, so this is just the standard. Okay, so it has 8 fighters. No, 3 km radius. Last 100 seconds. Last 100 seconds. 1 minute 40. That's a lot of... With reload time 10 seconds. Holy shit! Like a troll carrier can literally fly across the map and drop fighter, 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 fighter. Good luck pushing anywhere undetected. Interesting. Interesting. And the ship itself has the 10-minute fighter consumable, which is like, what the hell? Follows the ships and... yeah. Consumable action time 600 seconds. 10 minutes. And if you get shot down, you have 6 of them. All CV fighters have 10-second CD cooldown, doesn't start until the previous fighter ends. I wonder if they make an exception for this one, because didn't they market one of the gimmicks of this thing was supposed to be its fighter power? If you can only leave 1 fighter and you have to wait for it to despawn 1 minute 40, then that's a pretty shitty gimmick to have. Deadblog says the fighters have low detection radius of ships. Yeah, but I trust wargaming as far as I can throw them. Alright, now the interesting part. Oh boy. Wait, why is this already extended? Where's the animation? Hello? Where's the animation? Because this thing is animated. Animation you get from a loot box? Animation costs extra. Oh man. I mean, art department. Okay, the smokestack active. Hello? Okay, good luck citadeling this thing. Hello? Turtleback. Okay. But I mean, the rest of it is at least very squishy to HE spam and everything. It's animated in the background? Oh. Let's see. Thank you, CC Guy. Glad to have someone with a direct contact with Wargaming who can give us the inside loop on how the ships work. I appreciate it. Oh, here we go. Hello, hello! Can I interest you in some Missouri loot boxes? Missouri loot boxes, you say? Oh, we are interested. How to access the inside of the ship, featuring Wargaming. I'm glad we had our resident CV expert in chat to provide us with details of how the carrier works. Still, that's pretty cool. I do like the art. I mean, the art department, once again, good lord, they're so good. I wish they would stop making CVs though. I wish they would just protest, but I mean, that's just life, isn't it? Dude, you can even see even see details inside the cockpit. Like you can see their binoculars they use for spotting and stuff. Like shit inside is detailed. Art department is just so goddamn good in this game. Like holy shit. Like change the angle, you can even see like inside here. There's so much work and effort. Like, you see little staircases inside. It's details that no one would really pay attention to, but if you really pay attention, you can see it. Art department, man. Question is, what did Wargaming do to deserve this art department? That's the real mystery of the ages, honestly. I mean, look, even like small details in here. So much work and effort put into these ships, it's amazing. It's a shame that QA have smooth brains. Yeah, the art department is insane in this. It's actually just insane in this game.